Hi Leo, welcome to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth, I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader, and this, my darlings, is your Sun, Moon and Stars reading for January into February 2020. The reading is in 3 sections, so we have our first section with the Sun. That's your Divine Masculine, darling, okay? That's your actions and experiences in the month of January. The second row is our Moon section, or our Divine Feminine, which is about our emotions, our inner world and our intuition and anything that's hidden. And then finally is the stars section of our reading, darlings. That's what's coming towards us, similar to your rising sign almost, if you will. Where you're headed, what are the outcomes, what's coming towards you at the end of the month of January and into February. Okay, my darlings, so don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs for more insight, just to help you to navigate that path before you. And keep at it for subscribers and followers. If you've not subscribed, please do, and click the button, because I'm going to be doing a look ahead at 2020. I still haven't done that. I did it in October. I need to post it, so I'll post it. And we'll be looking at the key energies and influences of 2020. And don't forget to check out the astrology and key wisdom playlists, blah blah blah. Okay, for extra stuff. Okay, so my darlings, I've already shuffled, I've already meditated. I'll do a little bit more of that on camera, and then we'll get started on your reading. Cards are ready, darling. Okay, my darlings, card at the base of the reading is the Ace of Wands. You've got a lot going on. Whoa. In your head, Leo. Obviously, so things that you want to get doing off the ground. Ace of Wands, beautiful energy. This is literally, you know, the wand energy is your life force, your chi, your key. The thing that moves us, animates us, motivates us. The things that feeling of excitement, that feeling of anticipation. When we feel alive, that's wand energy, okay? That's wand energy. And the ace is number 1. So this is, number 1 is linked to your root chakra. It's who you are. It's I am, I do is the affirmation for this one. So this is being connected to your personal power, Leo. This is being connected to your personal power. And not only being connected to it, but like really bringing about new things because of that, by sheer will, of force of will, if you will. But let's I'm interested to see, this is the card at the base of your reading, which is basically you're going to have this energy with you for the next sort of 6 weeks. This is going to be the energy that you start the year with, and what a beautiful energy to start the year with. Okay, so this is going to carry you forward. Let's have a look at the cards anyway. So this is the actions, your actions and or experiences in the month of January. So we've got the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, one of my favourite cards, and Judgment, one of my... Listen, I've got lots of favourite cards because I understand them as experiences, you see, as energies and experiences. So for me, I have a lot of favourite cards in the deck because I live it, darling, I live it. So King of Cups. Cups energy is linked to your emotions, but the masculine side of it means that we're going to be acting on them. We're going to be taking actions, acting on our emotions, acting on how we feel. There's a that might be new for you, that might be different for you, that might be something that you're very measured, Leo. in a sense. You know, you know my mum's a Leo. For those of you that watch all the time, you know my mum is a Leo, and my bro, one of my brothers. And you know, that's how you are, though. You're very strong, yes. You think about other people, and you consider them and everyone else's needs before your own a lot of the time. And because you feel like it's selfish to do it for you, to do what you want to do. And it's beautiful to see that hopefully you're going to be feeling differently going in January. You're going to be feeling differently as we start 2020. You're going to be feeling as though you want to act on what matters to you, what helps you, what makes you feel good, you know, and you're absolutely well within your rights to do it. And not only within your rights, but you're being 100% supported by the Three of Pentacles energy here. Now, you know, the reason I say it's a change for you is because the Court cards, I now understand, as I said, these are experiences for me, darling. So having experienced the Queens and the Kings and the Pages, I can tell you that they are definitely about change. They're definitely about you going through changes on a very fundamental level, spiritually, mentally, you know, with your awareness. Your things are changing for you, and that, because of your awareness is changing, that actually does change how you do things. It changes what you do and how you do them. And that's what we get with these energies here. And you're being supported in that endeavor by the Three of Pentacles here. Now, the Three of Pentacles is related to your solar plexus, and that's related to the sun. That's related to your confidence, your self-confidence, who you are is number 3. What you can do, what you're capable of. And this is you understanding. Pentacles energy is about where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. So this is, what can I do? What's my part in this going to be? And because you're putting yourself forward, I feel a huge amount of confidence. Oh, I love this energy for you. I love this. I love January for you. I feel a huge amount of confidence, self-worth, strengthened and renewed sort of sense of self. I feel that for you. I feel that in your actions this in the month of January. People will cooperate with you with this energy also. This is almost as if the universe is conspiring with you to help bring about new things, working together, cogs turning. Some of you could be starting new things, wanting to start new things. What things? You know, something that you're passionate about because it's hearts, because it's cups energy here. Something that you're that makes you feel happy and joyful, but also something potential that can give you an income that's going to change the day to day, the things that you do day to day, and that is indicated by the Pentacles energy. So there's changes coming, obviously, notwithstanding the Ace of Wands as well, darlings. Okay, so we've got the Page of Cups next. Page of Cups is like your inner child, darling. The Page of Cups is like feeling nervous but doing it anyway. Like, oh my god, I'm scared, like I fancy him, but I'm scared to like ask her out, but you ask her out anyway because it's masculine. So masculine is all about the actions that we take. It's what we do out in the world with other people, how we interact, what we say, etc. And this is about, you know, you feeling vulnerable but still taking actions that are going to bring about this new thing for you, this new thing that you want to do, this new thing that you're trying to build, trying to build something or create something. And even though you feel, it might be a long time since you've done something like this, you know, it might be going back to something that you used to do or something you used to enjoy, for example, a long time ago, but now you're going to take, you know, like you might take up a hobby again that you used to do when you were younger. And it's like being nervous about doing it, but you're doing it anyway. So there's a confidence that comes through going for it. You're just going to go for it, I feel. And we have this energy. This is the energy that's quite interesting energy here. That's why. Okay, yeah. I mean, this card for me, card number 20. So 2s are about commitments. It's what we need and what we want. It's linked to the second chakra. I feel I want the sacral chakra. I call it the torture chamber because we process in that area that's where the wand energy fires through really strongly. The key in your chi, and it fires through that area because we hold on to things there, the things that limit us, the things that have limited us, the slights, the upsets, the hurt. But it's also the seat of our will and our passion and our joy. Not joy. Joy is not the right word, actually. It's a seat of our pleasure. Oh, it does say feel joy and pleasure, but joy is not quite the right word. I know it's semantics, darling, but I am an ex-English teacher, so what can I say? I'm a writer, so I've got to be specific with my language. So it's interesting because I think this is what it is. This is teaching you something. You going for it, you doing it, you making it work, you creating this, you starting this thing that you're wanting to start, to build, and that the world's going to help you to build, people around you are going to help you to build, the universe is going to help you to build in January. It's like you see yourself for the first time. It's like you finally... I'm crying, which is so odd because it's such... What this tells me is that, do you know what, we all are like this. We all are. I said this in my last video. I said, why do we lie? Like when someone asks us how are we, why is the default to lie or to hide? Why don't we just say how we really feel? Why don't we just say, why can't people, when did the world become like that? I mean, it's been like that as long as I've been alive. And it's been like that it's definitely been like that as long as you've been alive. And this is that kind of a feeling of, this is like everyone telling you you're beautiful, you're fabulous, you're amazing, you're wonderful, and you not believing it. You pretending as though you believe that, but you not actually believing it. And this is you seeing it. It's like when you have these experiences in January, it's like it's like breaking that low self-esteem thing that you have in your head. For example, yeah, so if everyone, it's like everyone tells you you're beautiful, for example, everyone's like, oh my god, you're so gorgeous, you're fabulous, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, and you like, oh thanks, and you're like confident, and you're like on your selfies and blah blah blah, but you hate yourself. Don't listen, love, you're not on your own. Loads of people are like that. The majority of the world is like that, babe. Don't worry, you're not alone. But what I'm saying is, you realise it. It's like you need to, in fact, I'm going to just say to you right now, Key Wisdom playlist, I think I've got it. What, am I not good enough, or am I worthy, or something? Look in the conscious meditations and watch them, because that's kind of what you're headed towards. You're headed towards that revelation of, oh my God, I can't believe I've been telling myself, I can't believe I didn't love myself enough to do this sooner. Because that's what we realise. When we hold ourselves back from doing the things that we love, ultimately it's because we don't believe that we're worthy of that joy and that happiness. And now you do, finally, in January. So good on you. And it made me tear up a little bit, because it's kind of like how you'll feel, because it's like, wow, I didn't know that because of how I was acting, putting everyone else first. I thought that made me a good person. And it makes you a good person in the eye of the world that tells you that that's what makes you good. That's all it does. It's just thoughts in your head. You've got to feel it though, right? Because how does it... Does it make a difference, does it, what other people say to you? In a good way. Bad things always do. People call you stupid and an idiot and fat and whatever. Eventually, we all believe that type of stuff. But if someone tells you you're amazing and you're fabulous and you're wonderful and you're beautiful and you're intelligent, they could tell you that for every day for 20 years, and you still don't matter. If you don't feel it, you don't believe it. This is you finally... This revelation, this judgment that you see finally helps you to realise, wow, I didn't do this sooner. What you're going to do in January, whatever that is. Because I told myself, because I've got a family to raise, because my kids are more important, because my husband's more important, because my wife's more important, because my job's more important. But actually, it's because I didn't feel I was important enough. Until now, which is good. January, brilliant, beautiful. And that's what made me tear up a little bit, because I always feel about all those people that have passed away, all those souls that have lived and died, and they never, ever ever showed anybody who they were. They never let people see them because they didn't feel worthy enough. That's sad. Do you know, that makes me cry, that thought, you know? Anyway, okay, so I digress. But this is a beautiful time for you, even though I'm like teaming up. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Leo. It's about blooming time. Leos are good people. Okay, so we've got next the moon section of our reading. Okay, so our divine feminine, your divine feminine, what's going on beneath the surface. Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, the World card. Yes, yes. So we've got 20 and 21 here. So we've got sequence, we've got growth, we've got movement. I'm loving this. We've got a huge amount. We've got the Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. So this is you maturing and growing and feeling stronger and feeling more capable. It's not as if you're, you know, we always rely, as I said, it's other people that tell us who we are. And that's, I shouldn't swear, BS. I'll say BS instead of swearing. You know, we shouldn't, doesn't matter. I mean, literally, it's so insignificant what other people think. And yet, it literally kills people. Like, what other people think literally kills people. Like, if someone, as I said, if someone tells you every day for 20 years you're horrible, you're fat, you're ugly, blah, 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 then that would really damage that person. That would really damage the person that's been... But it's not... Just because they say it doesn't mean it's true. Just because they say things doesn't mean it doesn't have any reflection on who you are and what you're capable of and what you're able to do. And it's like you're starting to see that. It's like you're starting to realise that. It's like the things that you're doing in the month of January, the actions that you're taking, because you are taking actions. You are doing things out in the world. You're starting something. You're doing something, whatever it is for you. Something that you're passionate about. Passion project maybe. Interesting though. Maybe relationship. You know your life. But these are the energies of you're strengthening. These changes are helping to strengthen you. These changes are helping you to fill your cup. It's teaching you compassion for yourself, which is, you know, this is why I love Mikao Usui, the founder and the father of Reiki, who obviously these are his, the precepts, the Reiki precepts. The secret method of inviting happiness through many blessings is what you see in front of you just for today, blah, 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 blah. But I love this, and I think it's the hardest thing to do. Be compassionate towards yourself and others. You know, compassion to others solely is not healthy. The things that you do for other people, oh, I give them love, I give them support, I give them care, you need to do that for yourself. And it's as if you realise that your worthiness as this year progresses, as 2020 progresses, and we start fresh in the month of January. So that's beautiful. We next have some wand energy, some more fire energy here, your energy, my darlings. And again, I've talked about number 3. Oh, we've got number 3 there, number 3. That's interesting, isn't it? 3-3. 33-6 balance. Yeah, so okay, so there's a huge balance, love, acceptance. I'm saying all these things to you because this is these two cards together: balance, love, acceptance. Again, recognizing and connecting with your personal power. It's beautiful, this energy coming in for you guys. It is a self-love. Like, you can see it in front of you, what you need, what you should do, how you should feel, how you should now behave. The word prophecy came to mind then, which is quite an interesting word to say. I don't know why it came to my head. You know, this is internally, so how you're feeling, more confident, you know, as if good things can happen for you now. This is literally the feeling of anticipation, anticipating good things. This is literally that feeling. You know, this is that feeling of, do you know, I'm going to give you an example of the 3 of Wands experience. This is quite a mundane example, but it's still a very good example. A 3 of Wands experience is the day before or the week before you're going on holiday. So you've done all the work, you know, you've saved up your money, you've found the place, you've booked the hotel, you've booked the flights, you've done the shopping, you've done your washing. You've still got to do another week's work, but you've booked the week off work. You've got a dog sitter. Now I'm ready. Come, bring on my holiday. Come on, I'm ready. It's that feeling. Once you've done all that, preparing for the holiday, for Christmas, for the birthday, for the party, for whatever it is, it's that space in time, knowing that something good's going to come. Hoping that something good's going to come. Probably nervous. Oh my God, I hope this party's good after all this bloody effort. I hope this holiday's good after all this effort's been put in. But it's that feeling that we have after around those times. This is the energy for you. So this is how you're feeling. So what that tells us, what that tells me now, is that that's what your year's been. That's what's been preceding January for you. All the preparations for now. The getting this together, doing, obviously it's mundane example. So you've got to use this example for your life. Obviously, you're not going on holiday. Maybe you are, but you know what I'm saying. But it's like the prophecy seems to be something like, you never thought this day would come and now the day's finally coming. It's that. This is what the prophecy seems to feel like. It's like someone told you, oh, don't worry, good things will happen. People say that all the time. But it's like someone said that to you and it's stuck in your head and now it's happening. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's very, there's a very strong spiritual edge as well to this divine feminine aspect for you guys. There's a very strong spiritual edge to this. So this is, for some of you, this is very transformative. I think the year 2019, you don't know it yet, but 2019, oh, Tiny's here. Hello, Tiny. Well, if Tiny comes, we know what that means, don't we, Tiny? It's like 2019 has been a very transformative year, hasn't it, Tiny? But you sit down, you lie down. 2019 has been a very transformative year, but it's as if you've been so busy doing the preparation, doing the packing, finding the hotel, doing the booking, working the days, earning the money, blah, 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 that you didn't realise, oh my God, I'm different now, I'm changed now. And it's like you just getting to see that now. You're getting to see how you've changed. And it's as if there's a much stronger connection to your spirituality. And spirituality, I just say this, you know, when I talk about your spirit self or your psychic self, that's just everything that's you that's not physical. It's not your physical body, okay? So your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, your fears, your ideas, your perspective, your passions, your moral code, your ideologies, that's your psychic self. That's what I mean by psychic self. It's everything that's not physical, that we can't see and touch, that you can't see and touch. That's what the divine feminine represents. The divine masculine is everything out there, everything we can see, everything we can touch, everything we can hold on to, grab onto. Oh, Tanny's kissing me. Hello, baby. Your psychic self is everything else. So this is like, it's all those parts of you, your ideas, your identity, your perspectives, your passions, your intuition, all that, your emotions. It's all those things that are sort of strengthened for you guys this year, which is a real positive, actually. You're going to give yourself time because you'll realise that this is where true balance is. This is where true joy is. This is where true pleasure is for you, for living, for us. You know, 8's also linked to the karmic cycle. It's the karmic number of karma, number 8. I won't bore you with, it's not boring, actually. It's very interesting to me to understand the hieroglyphs, the symbols of the sun and the moon, of the infinity symbol number 8, and why that is the number of karma, and then therefore what that number 8 and what those symbols, the sun and the moon combined, the number 8, the symbol of infinity. What they teach us. So this is a karmic number. So number 8 is about having experiences that help us to come in, that bring us into awareness, that bring us things that are usually hidden from our view, things about ourselves that we don't know. Karmic experiences help us to have experiences that help to uncover those things for us. So this is an injection of new energy, basically. It's an injection of new energy, you feeling newly alive, newly invigorated. But it could also be someone, I don't know what the prophecy, why does that word keep coming to my head? I mean, if that word, they must be significant to somebody. It's like you've been told this. You've been told that this is going to happen, that something's going to happen, and it's like it happens. It's like a prophecy's coming true. I know that sounds really random, but that's what it is. That's exactly what the message is for this card. I think what I'm going to also say to you guys, because that might make no sense to you, but just keep an eye out for the signs, the signs for you to follow, or to help you to navigate, to bring the right people toward you, so that you know what to do. You know what to do anyway. Trust your intuition in the month. Trust your intuition this year, never mind just January. It's very strong this year, your intuition, Leo. And as I said, the psychic self is everything apart from the physical body. So those ideas that keep popping into your head, those songs that you keep hearing, those same things that you keep seeing, that same interest that you had when you were 12 and you still have it now at 42, that is your part of your psychic self. So listen to it, because that's what's giving you the messages almost. Finally, we've got the World card, which is 21, sorry, another 3. Wow, we've got threes. We've got 3 threes now. We've been 3, 3, 3, 9. So that's linked to Hermit. That's about diligence. That's about internal. Okay, that's about okay. So we've got hello, Tiny. No, Tiny. You just stay there. So we've got a sense here with the World card of. Hang on a second. There's a message for the number 9, 333. 333 is a master number. I've done a post on my Instagram, actually, Key Wisdom Tarot, or Facebook Key Wisdom Tarot. It's a while ago now, but you'll find it. A numerology post, which does all the 111, 222, 333, 444. It's a number 3 is kind of like the number of Kaizen, the number of expansion, the number of spirituality, spiritual growth, connection with the, as I said, the psychic self, the other sides of our lives, including Ki, Chi, universal energy. What I mean by Kaizen is that Kaizen is a principle in Reiki that we're taught in Reiki at master level, and it is not theory, it's the idea that there's no end to your learning. There's no end to what you can learn. So it's as if once you've read all those books, then there's more books to read, then there's more to know, then there's more to learn. Kaizen also is an energetic concept as well. So for those people that have ever, I always say, I experience the energies, okay? So you've probably heard of terms such as oneness or nirvana, that people or nothingness. They're very good at nothingness. The monks were who traditionally train in places like Thailand and Tibet and India and all these different places. Anyway, I digress. But what I'm trying to say is that feeling of oneness. I'm sure you've heard of it. You've heard of that feeling. And I remember the first time I'd ever experienced it, and it's like this number of 333. So what happens is you can expand. This is how I explained it last time. You can expand your awareness. So you could sit there now, wherever you are try it. If you're at home, you're in bed, for example, or you're sitting in a chair, or you're sitting in your car. You're aware of your physical body, first of all. So just you're only aware of the line that goes around your physical body. Then there's you might be sat on something or running in the park, or your feet might be on the ground. You can then expand your awareness to, so not just your body, but you can expand your awareness to the room that you're sitting in, or the car that you're sitting in, or the immediate personal space, for example. And then you can expand your awareness even further to the street, or the house, or the whole, or the park, or the downstairs, or the. When I first experienced oneness, that's exactly what it felt like. It felt like every time, and it wasn't something I was doing. I didn't sort of sit there and think, let me get into oneness. It just happened. It was amazing. I loved it. I was walking around and I was like, oh, it's doing it. I'm like still doing it. So I was like walking and it's like you're constantly expanding. Your mind is constantly expanding. The energy that you're feeling is growing, is expanding. And that's what it's like for you. It's like your world is expanding this year. Because of things that you're doing, because of things that you've learned, your world is expanding. Your love, I can't, it's crazy to say that to you, Leo, because you're so loving, Leo. Your love is expanding, your world is expanding, you're growing, you're becoming more you in 2020. You're strengthening, you're having more compassion towards yourself as well as others. That balance is something that's going to stand you in such good stead, Leo. I can't believe it's taken me 30 minutes to do 8 cards, but this is how I roll for those people that don't know. Okay, let's look at finally the star section, because I'm interested to see where you are headed, where this path is taking you, where this authenticity is taking you. You know, it's good that you're finally, that you're finally doing something for you, that you're finally, this project or something, this relationship, whatever it is it's because you know it's that realization for you that you didn't do this sooner, not because you've got kids and they're more important, or because you've got this and that's more important, you've got a mortgage. You didn't do it because you didn't believe in yourself, you didn't think you were good enough, you didn't think you were capable, and now you do. So now you're able to get on and do it, which is amazing. So stars are where you're headed. I mentioned 9, I just said T9, didn't I? So I'll talk about that. Lie down, he's just sat, he's just standing. He wants to be on telly. You want to be on telly? Okay. Hang on. There you go. Right, you want telly now, yeah? I can't get you on, you'll have to shut. If you lie down here, if you sit here, then you're on telly. Lie down there. Oh, do you want to sit? Come here then. If you want to sit with me, you can. Come on. He wants to sit. I've got my hot water bottle on my lap. Come on. Oh, sorry, Tyne. I'm trying to. You want to let him say hello? Say hello. There you go. You said hello now. Is that okay? Right. And then he can sit down. Come on, you sit down. There we go. He's happy on there. Right. There we go. Like, back to your reading, my darlings. Okay, Leo. Sorry about that. So, but Tiny's a part of key wisdom just as much as me. I always tell him that. Okay, so we've got Justice 1, 1, 11, or 2. Hermit with number 9. We've got the Strength card, your card. Oh, I felt her around, to be fair. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So, this energy, I swear to see, you laugh at me when I say it. People laugh at me when I say I experience the energies, and they'd be like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Well, I tell you what, if you lived my life and you, every time you'd get rid of this from your deck. Because this energy is so strong for me. Oh my word. Oh, I'm going to just ignore it for now. So, it feels very strong. It's very... What it tells me, though, is that things are going to be moving at a speed for you as you move toward the end of the month and into February. There seems to be... I'm drawn to this. I have to talk about this card, actually. It seems that the new things are going to come a lot sooner than you think. We have this energy at the beginning of the year of, we always make these plans, and everyone always wants to start a new thing at the beginning of the year. And I think it's the worst time of the year. January is not for starting new things. January is about assessing where we've been and what we're going to do. So really, we do ourselves a disservice by starting the diet on January the 1st. Start the diet on March the 1st, and you're far more, or whatever it is, the healthy fit, the regimes that people start. You know what I mean. Start them beginning of March or beginning of February, and they're going to be far more successful for you. That's all about the energy of each of the months. Anyway, I digress. But so what it looks like for me is that in the month of January, you are doing that. You're taking the plans, you're starting to do things, you're starting to move things. And then come, February time, someone comes in to offer you help, or you have the clarity of mind to take the things forward, to make the changes and to bring these things, these plans into fruition. You're planning something, or you want to plan something, you want to do something, create something this year. And don't be disappointed if you don't start 1st of January. As I said, it's not the best time to start anyway, astrologically. The best times to start is probably middle of February. middle of Feb to middle of March is probably the best time to start something new, and I feel like that's what it's going to be for you. What the new thing is, whatever it is for you, it's going to come in quickly. Where we start is justice, though. Sorry, I don't know if that was just important to say. We start with justice, and justice is linked to the sign of Libra. So it's about we always talk about this card about being balanced. It's all about balance. Number 11, 1-1. It's about balance. Number 2, being committed to doing things differently in order to ensure the stability and the security and the strength and the balance that we need to progress, that we need to move forward in our life. That's what this card's about, really. It's about understanding your experiences, understanding what has passed, understanding what's transpired, understanding how that got you to where you are in the beginning of February. So there's a sort of sense of reflection that's necessary, and that's what I mean. That's what January is actually for. January is actually for that. You should don't start a diet in January. I don't know why people do it. I'm going to start going to gym. Don't start in January, love. Don't start giving up smoking in January. Use January to look back at 2019 or the previous year, to look at what you've learned, to sort of just assess now what it is you now want to need going forward. That's what you do, actually. Good for you, Leo. Good for you. Take your time. That's what this is. You have to apply yourself differently now. You have to apply yourself differently now, Leo. And you do that. Good. Because coming into, that's what I mean, you're doing it the right way, Leo. You're doing it the right way. Good for you, Leo. Because we've got this time here, this energy, the Hermit energy. So you are spending some of the time in January, as I said, being reflective. 9's Hermit energy. 9 is Virgo's energy. The diligence, the focus. This is actively taking time to reflect. This is, I call temperance. Temperance is, for me, the card of mindfulness. So mindfulness, this is mindfulness, isn't it? Mindfulness being present, being aware spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, in every single moment. Not easy to do, very difficult to do, but we can do it. The Hermit is like meditation. Meditation, as derived from the Latin meditare, meaning to reflect, to consider, to think over. That's you actively engaging with your past, your experiences, what has happened, what has transpired, how you feel, how you think, why you think the way you do. And that's the Hermit energy. It's getting to the root of that. It's understanding that. This is you understanding what it is you need, what it is you want, what it is you want to do. It's linked to Earth energy, Pentacle energy, and again, that's about our security. It's about establishing our security. It's about putting energy and effort into establishing security. So this is you maybe trying to work out what those things are, why that makes you feel secure as opposed to the other, whatever. It's that type of energy for you. There could be some you might want to take time away from people. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but it can mean that. It can mean when we do those. I mean, listen, my motto is mindfulness over everything. So for me, listen, if I'm got to do this meditation, then I've got to do this meditation, and I ain't seeing you. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't eating. I ain't doing nothing until this meditation's done. That's how I am. And I, a Capricorn tarot read, Reiki Master and tarot reader is probably like the worst combination, but the best combination because you're never good at. I ain't resting until I know the answer, and if it takes me 3 months or it takes me a year to find the answer, and that means I'm meditating for 3 months or a year, then I'll do it, and I do it. That's exactly what I do. I'm not saying that's what you're going to do, but I'm saying it's like meditation over everything, mindfulness over everything. That reflection is so important. You understanding how you can achieve balance, and balance, I think for some of you, it's balancing what you do for others and what you do for yourself. For you, it's that type of balance. But your actions must shift, must change. You know this. This is your sign here, strength. So I said to you, did I say this to you? You're very much connected to your personal power. Not just this month, actually, in the year of 2020, you are very much connected to your personal power. Think about it. 2020 is the number 4. Number 4 in the major arcana is what? Is the Empress. Is the Emperor, the Divine Masculine, the Emperor. He's sat on his chair, isn't he? And he's all confident. He's the boss. He's not only the boss, he's the creator and the maker of his world of insecurity, and that's where you are. When we have the strength card here, this is your energy, so it's slightly different, the message. I said to you at the beginning, anyway, you really connected to your personal power, but we must look at the... This is what it is. You've been afraid of something. Do you know, people ask me, you know, how do you do what you do with? How do you like read tarot cards? How do you do it? And there's a huge number of many different ways. But one of the things that I do is I hear things. And I'll give you an example. I'm going to tell you, this is what I hear. So just then when I picked this card up and I went like this is what was going on. This is what I heard in my head, okay? It's like this. You ready? Yeah? Now, I know I didn't say anything there, but that's what I hear. And then, it's like you can understand what someone's saying. It's like those cartoons, isn't it? Like Bill and Bob. They don't speak, but the kids understand it. That's what it's like. It's like they don't speak, but you understand it. There's something that you've been afraid of. And I think for you, it's been your own inner strength. That sounds like a strange thing to say. As you're afraid to see how strong you are. But believe me, I mean, you can see me, I'm a black woman, me. You know, my family's from Nigeria. Originally, that's where we're from. That's where my family's from. And my mum and dad, obviously. Anyway, but I'm born and bred in Blackburn, in Lancashire, in this country, in England. And you'd be surprised how not yourself, you're meant to be when you look like me. You know, you know, you're surprised how you don't want to stand out too much. You don't want to draw too much attention to yourself. So yeah, because you've got big boobs and you've got long legs and you're nice and slim, you can't wear something that's too revealing, because then people might notice you, and you can't show people just quite how intelligent you are or how knowledgeable you are, because people don't expect that of you. And it's kind of like, it's strange, isn't it, how your strength, just you being you, like just me being who I am, is a problem for people. And it's fine. It doesn't bother me. It's their problem. But then it does bother you, because it does sort of restrict you in a way. And that's for anyone. That's just listen. That's my experience. I don't know what your experience is like. You might be a white man, or I don't know, a blonde female, English speaking, European. I don't know. You could be a gay man, or you could be a black gay man, or you could be Asian. You could be from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter. But it's funny how all of those things, those labels that people give us, that we put on ourselves as well, restrict us. Because what they do is they become things that we aspire to be, or we aspire to be that. So we know that, you know, if blondes have more fun, isn't it? They say about blondes. Brunette girls are, I'm talking about white, this is for the white people. I'm trying to be, you know, inclusive and all that stuff. They say that brunette girls men marry brunette girls, don't they? But they don't marry blonde. And it's all, I'm going to swear, bullshit, but it's all type of thing that in a way restrict us. We don't realise that they restrict us, but they do. They do. It's like, anyway, there's a whole load of things. Anyway, for you, you're realising that you were restricted. You're realising that those labels and those ideas and those things were restricting you from just being who you are. Like, you know, you're just being who it's like if you've got, listen, I've got a loud voice. I speak fast, and that's what I do. I'm what? Like, listen, I don't know why people don't want to be who they are. In fact, that's a total lie. I know exactly why people don't want to be who they are, by the way. But that's another video. But you're at that point where you're connecting with that side of yourself. And that's what all men. I know you don't believe me, but it's true. You got to be you, and it's like you're realising. I mean, listen, 2019 was a brutal year, but I hope now that you're sat here, might be end of 2019, might be 2020 when you're watching this. I hope you're sat here now going, yeah, I'm bruised, I'm battered, but I learned so much about how to value myself. I learned that I wasn't valuing myself. I learned that I need to be more forceful in my opinions. I need to be more truthful in when people ask me how I am. I need to just tell them. When whatever it is for you, you learned those things. You learned a lot, and this is you connecting with that. That's what this strength card represents for you in this reading, okay? And then I've already talked about that one. So the Knight of Swords, we've got things changing. Court cards also indicate changes. Don't ask me why I know that, but they do. And if I was to explain that to you, it would take another 15 minutes. It's to do with the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and these things called peaceful. Anyway, I won't bother. But it's long-winded, but it's, yeah, just trust me. There's a lot of change going on for a lot of people this year, but for the better. It's like we're being born again. We're being born in the world for the first time. Everyone will see us for who we really truly are. You will see you, and everyone else in your life will see you for who you truly are because of the actions that you're taking in 2020. And that's only come about because of what's happened in 2019 and over the last 3 years. Okay, my darlings, this is a long reading, so I'm going to have to cut it off there. I hope you liked it. Please like it, subscribe it, all that stuff. Blah, 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 share it. You know what to do. As I said, don't forget to click the bell, subscribe and click the bell for notifications so you can get 2020 updates when I do those. I'll try post them maybe between the new year. If not, it'll be in January when I actually post them. But just keep an eye out, and you can obviously follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook. Okay, my darling Leos, have a very Merry Christmas or a happy holiday and a very happy new year. I thank you so much for being here and supporting Key Wisdom Tarot in 2019. And you know, since its inception. Thank you so much for being here, my darlings. Have a wonderful time with your family, by yourself, whatever it is you're doing. Take care, my darlings. Thank you so much, Leo. Bye.